This is Eco Voices Podcast, brought to you by IPRMSA Malacca Chapter. This is an assignment for PRO549. Echo your voices for our ecosystem. Hello. Welcome back to Eco Voices. This podcast today is brought to you by IPRMSA Malacca Chapter. IPRMSA is a group of PR students from UiTM Lendu. Okay, so I am a host today, Muhammad Afiq Irfan, and this is our other host today,
Alia Elina.
and we have two very special guests together with us today, and we are gonna explore on how we can make a difference in our world by tackling climate change head on.
Thank you, Afiq. So, let me introduce you guys to our special guest of the day, Aiman Daniel and Atika Nasrin. It's a great pleasure to have you guys join us today.
Thank you, Afiq and Alia, for having me as your guest speaker. It's a pleasure to be here.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you, Afiq and Alia. I am Atika Nasrin, and I hope I can give my best for today.
I hope so.
Yeah.
It is also a pleasure that you guys agree to come to our podcast today.
To join.
Yeah. Okay, so today, do you know what are we going to discuss today, Alia?
I don't know.
Okay, so our title, which is Cool the Planet, Action on Climate Now.
Wow.
Okay, exclamation mark. So we are going to talk about the problems at hand regarding climate change with our two guests here, and what action should we take, and how does the climate change affects us?
Oh, I guess I can take the hint. So, our podcast is based on the SDG 13,
Yes.
which is climate action. And the objective of this SDG is to take urgent action to combat climate change and its impact, because every person in every country, in every continent will be impacted in some shape or form by climate change.
Yes.
The flood and also the...
Tsunami.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, like, do you feel, Atika, do you feel like it's very hot nowadays?
Yeah, I think I have
Even
to
at
use-
night, I can't sleep properly, because of the heat.
You know, everything after class, I have to go to the library just to find an air conditioner.
Oh my God.
How about you, Aiman? Do
Yeah,
your rooms
yeah,
have
since-
aircon?
Yeah, since the rising temperature
Mhm.
in our region, especially Malacca,
Yes.
right?
Oh my God.
So it's been more than a week since last raining season.
Yes.
So
yes.
every time I get home, I will open an aircon for last for
Wow.
4 to 5 hours.
That's good for
Bills might
him.
be
He have
higher,
an
I
aircon.
mean.
Yes. At the end of the month, the electricity bill is going off the roof.
So, let's start with the basic. What exactly is climate change, Afiq?
What is it, Alia?
In simple terms, climate change refers to a long-term shift in temperature and weather pattern. While these changes can occur naturally, human activities have been the primary driver of climate change since the
I don't know.
80 centuries, primarily due to burning fossil like coal, oil, and gas. So, Mr. Aiman, what do you think about this?
Well, Alia and Afiq, at its core, right? So, climate change is actually refers to significant changes in the global temperatures and weather patterns over the time. While climate change is a natural phenomenon, in recent decades, human activities since the Industrial Revolution have accelerated these changes at an unprecedented rate. This is primarily due to the increase in greenhouse gases like carbon dioxide, methane, and nitrous oxide in the atmosphere. So these poisonous gases trap heat from the sun, creating a greenhouse effect that leads to a global warming that we know of
okay. I
today.
understand it now. Okay.
Okay, so there's actually, according to a study conducted by Our World in Data, which is co-collaborated with the University of Oxford, the current data shows that the Earth's average temperature has increased by about 1.2 degrees Celsius
Oh
since
my
the
God.
late 19th century.
Oh, that's
So-
bad.
So with this increased temperature, this might not seem like much, but even a small changes in average temperature can have a major impact on our climate.
Yes, I can see that.
So
We can feel
so
that.
as, so as we can see right now, we are currently witnessing more frequent and severe weather events such as hurricanes, droughts, heat waves, and heavy rainfall. For instance, the 2020 Atlantic hurricane season was one of the most active on record, with 30 named storms
Oh
recorded.
wow, that's a lot of storm.
So, moreover, in our southern and northern pole, the polar ice caps and glaciers are melting at alarming rates, indirectly contributing to rising sea levels.
That's bad.
The Arctic sea ice is declining by about 13% per decade. So this is not the only impacts the habitats of species like polar bears, but also threatens coastal communities around the world with flooding and erosion. As I can recall, last week I just read an article that stated some big cities like in Indonesia, such as Jakarta, will be sinking by 2050.
No way.
Yeah.
That is like more 25 years ahead
Yeah.
of us.
Surprise,
exactly.
Afiq.
Oh my god. Can
So-
you imagine,
Yo.
Alia, if Malaysia will sink in 2050?
Must be scary,
So Alia and Afiq, so
Yes.
these changes are not just environmental, but they have profound social and economic implications. Climate change affects agriculture, leading to food insecurity, especially in vulnerable regions such as us, that we highly importing foods from our neighbor countries. It also exacerbates health problems, with more people suffering from heat stress, respiratory issues, and the spread of diseases like malaria and dengue fever as vectors expand their range.
I see. So, Aiman, how does the concept of climate justice address the unequal impacts of climate change?
Well, to be truth, it's crucial to highlight that climate change disproportionately affects the poorest and most vulnerable communities. This brings us to the concept of climate justice. So, what is actually climate justice? Climate justice actually acknowledges that while climate change is a global issue, its impacts are not felt equally. Developed nations, which have historically contributed the most to the greenhouse gas emissions, have more resources to adapt, while developing nations, often those contributing the least, bear the brunt of the climate impacts.
Of course, the poor will have it bad, because they don't have the resources to make the heat
Yes.
lesser.
Yeah, and then the most ironically and hypocritically, it could be said that those nations, that developed nations that literally contributed to the most greenhouse gas emission, literally try to preach the less developed nations to do something in the climate change.
I
Is
see.
it that a bit irony for us to see, right?
It is actually.
So if we have a look in our social media feeds, there is actually a large numbers of young activists around the world that are making significant strides in raising awareness and demanding action from the world authority. Greta Thunberg, a
I
young
know her.
teenager from Sweden, I bet most of our listeners ever heard of this most
She is so young,
energized
yet she
teenager.
is so remarkable,
So Greta Thunberg, who started the Global Fridays for Future movement, is a prime example. So although she openly stated her frustration towards non-climate change action made by the World Authority, especially the United Nations, but her efforts have galvanized millions of young people to strive for climate action, putting immense pressure on world leaders to address this climate change more aggressively and seriously.
Yes, of course, because like at such a young age, she already make a mark in the world, you know.
Yes.
Because like people can see how serious she is because she is very young, and of course like a younger person than you are telling you to do something, of course it will put the pressure on the older generation of leaders, Okay, so Aiman, how is Malaysia currently addressing the challenges that are posed by climate change?
Alright, so let's bring this matter closer to our home and talk about Malaysia and its current struggles with climate change. So Malaysia, known as a country with tropical climate, already experiencing the impacts of climate change. We have seen an increase in the frequency and intensity of floods, especially during the monsoon season. one of the most devastated natural disaster were 2014 East Coast massive floods. If you recall the
I do.
Kuala Cry,
I
that
do.
it's been sinking.
Yeah,
for
it's
2
like the
weeks.
darkest moment for
Malaysian
everyone.
people.
Yeah, for
the
Malaysian people, because
especially
like,
that resides in the East Coast area.
yes,
And also I could say the latest one, which is 2021 Selangor massive floods.
Yeah.
yeah.
So, due to the climate change, that rising temperatures are also affecting agricultural productivity, which is a significant concern given Malaysia's people, their heavily reliance on crops like rice and palm oil.
Yes.
Not only it affects like the flood and everything, it also affects the economy.
Yes. I mean,
For
they
sure.
cannot
Also
go to
affect the
work.
plants.
Yes, exactly. So, Malaysia's diverse ecosystem, including its rich rainforest and coastal regions, are also under a serious threat. Coral bleaching events have been more frequent, impacting marine biodiversity.
Yes.
And the melting glaciers and the ice caps in polar regions contribute to the rising sea levels, which threaten Malaysia's extensive coastline and the communities that live there.
Yes, I mean like I live in East Coast, which is Terengganu.
Oh,
The
I don't even
Penyu.
know you have
Betul.
stay there.
Yeah, I'm
I mean,
from there.
you look like KL person.
Oh, thank you. I mean, like the turtles, which is a mark for Terengganu, which is already endangered, is going to be more endangered because of this.
So I could say the turtle that resides a lot across the Terengganu beach are now in serious danger.
Yes.
Pity Terengganu, I think.
Okay, so Atika, as you know, young generation are the main voices in all issues that are happening globally right now. They are very brave, they are very brazen, they are very opinionated, they are not afraid to voice out their opinions to the public. Whether when it comes to politics or religion, I mean like the Palestine solitary issues. The climate change that is happening globally right now is also one of the issues that is very important right now. Okay, so as students, especially the university students, where we are at this stage of young adolescent, it is very important that we are aware of this issue, because we also play a huge role in this. So how are we going to raise awareness among this young generation? Because like they need to have their attention, you have to attract their attention.
Okay, for me, I think the easiest way that we students can do to raise this awareness is actually campaigns.
Campaign.
Yeah, campaigns the only way that we students can do. Do you know actually that there have been so many successful campaign initiative developed by university students. And one example I can mention is a campaign that have been carried out by students at the University of Malaya.
Oh, that's
And
great.
Yeah, back then in 2018, that University Malaya has started the Zero Waste campaign.
Zero Waste campaign.
Yeah, it's been,
Even the name of the campaign already gave me
yeah,
goosebumps.
of course, and it's this awesome initiative under Sustainability Science Research Cluster. They're basically turning the campus into a zero waste zone.
Oh, wow.
Which they're tackling everything from source separation to composting and recycling.
Oh, that is very great actually.
Yeah.
You know how much people did not know how to separate their garbage. They just throw it in the battery and the food inside one plastic bag.
Yes.
That is very bad.
And can you believe that they actually have diverted over 1 million kilograms of
Wow.
waste
Oh my
from
god.
going to landfills?
That's too much.
Yeah.
Imagine how much waste is that.
Yes.
Yeah,
I mean, how can over 1 million?
it's
Wow.
a huge impact on the environment, right?
It is.
And it's really making a difference.
It does make a difference actually, because like once you started it, people see it, the campaign, of course, like they are going to spread throughout the news and everything. When people see it, they are going to following your steps, because of course like everyone want to make the world into a better place.
Okay, that's a great explanation, Atika. So, how can students from different academic disciplines collaborate to address climate change effectively, considering their diverse roles and contribution?
Well, I think science students are the most essentials in our effort against climate change because they can provide crucial data and analysis.
They know what they do.
Yeah, they know what they do. They actually do the experiments also.
Yeah.
With this, they can study things like greenhouse gases and how they impact our environment. With this knowledge, they can actually develop new technologies and strategies, maybe to mitigate or lessen the effect of climate change.
I
They-
think the
they are-
government really needs that. lah.
Yeah, they are the hero behind the scenes actually.
Yeah.
The scientists.
Yeah. They are the really forefront of understanding the science behind what's happening to our planet. And now I think besides science students, economic students can also have
Economic student.
of course, economic students.
How can
Why-
economic?
Yeah, why economic
Why you
students? I
say
don't see
economic?
any correlation in this.
Yes, I need to know why. Why you choose economic students?
What I see is that they focus on the economic side of climate change, how it affects our wallets and industries.
Wallets.
Yeah, this.
Do you mean like the toilet paper, like things we consume daily?
Mm.
You mean they can budget it for us?
It's because they
Or-
study things like the cost of climate impact and how we can shift toward a greener economy.
Mhm.
You can use the trees itself to make, like Afiq says, maybe you can make a toilet papers.
From what do you call it? Recycled paper?
Yeah,
Recycle. Like not using straight from the source, which is the tree to use to make paper or toilet papers. Like straight up using recycled paper.
what do we call it?
It is recycled paper.
Yeah,
actually.
it's recycled paper. Okay, sorry. And I think last but not least, a communication and media students itself.
Which is us.
Yeah, which is us. What we do, we are the messenger, right? So of
Mhm.
course we are really function in spreading information about this climate change and sustainability through all these kind of media channels. Like what we do right now, we're doing a podcast.
Yes. It is very important
And
to spread out the information.
and what the other teams do?
I mean, like
The videography.
newspaper. Yeah.
We can do the videography, the
Infography.
animation,
Yeah,
to spread it through social media.
So clearly, you say that every student have their own role to make a change towards our climate, right?
Yeah.
So, what impactful climate action initiative have you seen or even you participate in at your university? Would you like to share with us?
Oh, okay. Personally, I've been involved in several impactful project. Yeah,
She's an activist.
Great,
actually. Yeah.
I mean, look at her.
Okay, in my second year at university, I actually participated in organizing a campus recycling campaign.
Oh, you organized the campaign?
Yeah, me and my
Okay, so can you tell me a bit like how do you do a campaign? Like what's the first step and everything,
How you manage to do that?
Yeah,
campaign?
how do you manage to do the campaign?
Well, first, I gather like-minded friends and form a team of students who are passionate about sustainability and environmental protections. Like, of course, when you want to do something, you need to give it all in order to make it
Yes.
happen.
Definitely.
Yeah,
You don't want to do
perfectly.
the work like not perfect and everything.
That's when we start the brainstorming session in order to identify actionable steps and kickstart the program.
So, when you do the campaign, what is the biggest challenge that you have faced?
Biggest challenge, I think it was when we're trying to gain support from the university administration itself.
The budget and everything, the venue.
Yeah, I think you all know, right, that without approval and assistance from the administration, the campaign will not be able to run
Yes.
smoothly.
I mean, like if you don't have the enough budget to do the campaign, it will be quite a
will-
trouble.
Yes, it will affect the campaign.
Yeah, like it or not, I have to prepare a solid proposal that include the campaign objective, okay, what is the action plan, and of course the cost, the budget itself, and
You have to very true.
yeah. Mm. And so we had several meeting with the administration. So we present our ideas and answer any question they had.
That's great. It looks like you have prepared very truly. So, what did you do with the funds you have obtained? I mean, where the money goes? Is it on your pocket? In your pocket? I don't know. I just want to know.
That's a crucial question, okay? I am a very honest student.
I can see
you know.
that. I can see that from
I
your
have my
face.
own
Are
money.
you?
I can
Are
use my
you?
own money before.
But that's great. You as a
yeah.
student have your own money, yeah?
Oh, did you work?
I mean, she is activist, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
So back to the questions. With the funds I get, me and my teams, we started planning a variety of activities to raise awareness about recycling among university students.
That is so good. That is so great.
You know what we do? We use a lot of mineral water.
Yeah.
From that
Plastic bottle.
so I asked them, if you have so many plastic bottle, give it to us, give it to the our committees, then we can
What do you do with them? What do you do with them?
we collect the bottles and then we give
Compost?
it to the,
No.
we compost, we give it to the what we call it, recycle company.
Oh, the one that handle the all the recycling.
recycle.
Where you got money when you recycle, or did you get the money or no?
Yeah, we get the money.
Is it a lot?
It's quite a lot.
Well, that's great actually.
And we give it back to the person who give us the
okay.
what you
Wait,
give.
want to go recycle too, lah?
Oh yeah.
Come.
That is very great actually.
It's actually what you give to us, you get back. And then we also held awareness sessions where we invite speakers from environmental organizations to share their knowledge and experience about the importance of recycling and how the recycle itself can help to reduce negative impact on the environment. And we also host a competitions that garner a lot of enthusiasm, which we actually encourage students to create art and furniture from recycled materials. You know that we have this art student, right?
Yeah.
In UiTM Lendu.
Yeah.
So why not you use your talents in these competitions? Besides the furniture that made from this recycled item was placed in empty corners in KPP1, KPP2 and KPP3 to creating cozy spot for students to relax and do their assignment.
Yes.
That is very good. I mean, like your experience in this campaign is very inspiring. That is quite hard, to do a campaign. I mean, like from A to Z, I can see that you are very true. You are very, you want to make sure that the campaign go very smoothly. It shows that with good planning, collaboration, and dedication, we can make a significant impact on sustainability efforts on campus.
Right.
So, Afiq,
Yes.
after all the experience Atika has shared,
Mm-hmm.
we are going to share some tips for starting climate action initiative on your campus. We will discuss ways to identify goals, build a team, and create an effective action plan.
Wow.
Shall we start with the first step?
Yes. Let's go.
First
Are you excited?
I'm so
I am
excited.
very excited.
The first step is identify goals, right?
Yes.
So for me, before taking any action, it is very important for us to have clear goals. You have to ask yourself, what is the most pressing climate issue on your campus? Like, is it waste management, energy usage, or raising awareness about climate change? For example, if your campus struggles with food waste, your goal might be to reduce it by maybe 50% within a year. And then you should.
What do you think the problem is in UiTM Lendu?
I think
I don't think so about food waste because we all are students,
Maybe in terms of energy usage,
yes.
the
lights,
the
the
I mean,
fan.
like,
the fans. I think the
Yeah.
most important is
Aircons.
fans.
I mean the aircons in the study room and everything, even in their college dorms.
Or maybe water usage.
Yeah.
Oh,
you know.
yeah.
And okay, let's move on to the next step, which is team. Build a team. Okay, building a building a dedicated team is actually essential, because you should surround yourself with friends who share your passion for sustainability.
Chemistry.
Yeah, chemistry is
I
very
hate chemistry.
important.
You hate the
Yeah.
subject chemistry, or you
No.
hate the chemistry
I
with
hate
the
the
people?
chemistry with the people,
Oh, why you hate the
That-
chemistry with the people?
because it is so hard for me to build a team.
You mean like
yeah.
you did not found the right chemistry with the right person yet?
Maybe you can start a team with your friends.
Yeah, with your close
bestie.
Maybe lah.
Your bestie know you well, right?
Yes. I mean, like they can try to develop a passion for it, even though they are not into the, subject.
It's so good. You Atika, you give me an,
Ideas, inspired.
inspired me to become more chemistry with others.
Yeah. And for the team itself, I think it's really important to have a diverse skill and background in your team. So of course you need someone skilled in communication for awareness campaign and other knowledgeable in technical area like waste management or renewable energy solutions.
So that was a great steps. I mean, as a student, we take that step, and then we can
Use it in our
daily life.
Yeah.
I mean, that's great. How your point is great. I can't deny it. I mean, I can't even mind to think about that.
I mean, like when you talk about that, like I
It gives
just
me-
realized,
yes.
like why I didn't do it any sooner.
You can start it now.
All right.
After hear me.
So, back to our segment. Atika, I have a question for you. What simple change have you made in your daily routine to reduce your carbon footprint, and which of them have had the most significant impact in your life?
For me, one of the easiest way to reduce a carbon footprint is by conserving energy. I think this is the most simple way
Yes,
to reduce.
everyone knows.
Yeah, everyone
Like,
knows it. It's
It's simple, right?
yeah.
It is simple, but it is not easy to do. Sometimes we are forgetful,
Yeah, I think maybe for the lazy person, it is
Yes.
so hard to do. For me, it's just easy as you wake up from your bunk bed, you just walk and turn off your light and the electronics devices that you are not
Using.
using, and also use energy efficient appliance like air conditioner and washing machine, which has energy efficient levels. And if possible, you should use you maybe can use natural light as much as possible to reduce electricity consumption. And
What?
I think transportations.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
Afiq doesn't really like to walk, He's quiet, lazy to walk. I mean, I just inform
I use public transportation.
What
Okay. A bus?
are
Yeah.
you lying?
No, I'm not like.
Okay.
But I think we as a student should walk more, or maybe cycling,
Save money.
save money
Oh.
other than using those public transport. And maybe if we do need to drive, I suggest carpooling to reduce traffic congestion, and this way we can all get to class faster, right? No skipping and no getting lectured by the professor either.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Great
exactly.
idea. I mean, Afiq. I hate Afiq. Whatever.
Oh my god. Okay, so Aiman, in your own opinion, what larger scale climate action that our students can, the students can participate in? What impact do you believe it had if the students participate in it?
So absolutely, Afiq. Well, Alia and Afiq and also our dear listeners, there are actually several impactful ways that students can get involved in the larger scale climate actions. So first, let's kick things off with the climate strikes. These are more than just a protest. I'm not advocating to do a riot, a
Oh,
mass
yes.
riot, but we have a freedom of expression
Yes,
and
yes.
our freedom of expression guaranteed by our constitution. So these are not just more a violence riot, but they are powerful expressions of our shared concern for the future of our planet.
Because we
If-
all want a better world.
Yes,
Yes.
exactly. For our future kids and
Yes,
so on.
yes.
So imagine joining hundreds, even thousands of voices demanding action on climate change. It's about showing our leaders and policymakers that we are serious about protecting our environment. By taking part in a climate strike, whether it's organizing, attending, or even just spreading the word, you are adding your voice to a global chorus for change.
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
I agree with that.
So next up, let's talk about lobbying for university policies on sustainability. Now, maybe if our listeners heard about lobbies, lobbying might sound like something out of political trailer, just like in the political drama that you watch on
Yes.
Netflix. But it's actually far from that kind of things.
Oh yeah, yeah,
In
yeah.
reality, the lobbying about the sustainability in university is actually about advocating for changes right here on our campus. So this could mean pushing for more solar panels on our buildings, advocating for waste reduction initiatives, or encouraging our university to prioritize sustainability in everything from our curriculum to our campus operations. So
Yes.
students that tune in our podcast, your ideas and your passion can help shape policies that make a real difference for our environment.
Yeah, like I said before, like just like the protest, like you need to make your voice being heard, you know. Just like you said, like in 2050 Indonesian are estimated to sink.
Yeah.
What,
Oh,
where the heck is my children gonna
Yes.
live,
Uh-huh.
you know?
Uh-huh. So this is not advocating for a violent riot. It's actually a freedom to express. So in this kind of protest, in this kind of organized rally, this
Yes,
actually
yes.
show us that we united to demand for a better change to keep our university do in sustainability
A peaceful,
way.
if peaceful
Yes.
one, of course.
And let's not forget about supporting clean energy projects. From solar farms to community wind turbines, clean energy is the way forward. So getting involved could mean volunteering with local groups that promote renewable energy, participating in campaigns to expand clean energy access, or advocating for investments in green technologies right here on campus.
What are the example of like clean energy or green energy like we are using right now?
So,
The technologies.
if you can see the current KPP3, our faculty,
Yes.
that if the down not far from the downhill, there's actually a car park that literally use a hybrid roof.
wow.
Oh yeah.
I don't even know that.
You don't notice that?
Yes.
And actually, I could say most of the roof car parks in our UITM actually using a hybrid modes where the roof also equip a solar panel.
Oh.
In
That
the
is a
same-
very good
yeah.
addition.
So the car park could students and lecturers could park their car underneath the car park, and in the same and in the
They are
same
getting
thing,
the energy from
yeah, the energy can be generated through the solar panel that equipped on top of the car park. So let's and then another more I would like to highlight is actually by getting involved in these larger scale actions, whether it's through joining a climate strike, lobbying for sustainable policies, or even supporting clean energy initiatives, you are not just talking about change. You're actually actively making it happen.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So I urge to our listeners to together with us so we can have the power to influence decisions that shape our environment and our future.
Yes.
So,
Take action.
yeah.
Do not sit
As we
still.
should.
Your children or grandchildren might not see the future.
Yes.
If Indonesian is going to sing in 2050.
Exactly. So, in my final words, I would like to say that we need to stand together and take action. Let's be the generation that leads the charge towards a sustainable future.
So, I guess we have covered a lot of ground today.
I learned
on-
a lot today, Alia.
Yeah, I mean, it's
I
quite a
keep-
shock for me.
I
don't even know.
I keep on repeating the part where Indonesia is going to sing in 2050.
Quite surprised with
Yes,
Indonesia
but
going to
listen,
sing.
is Indonesian is the first one is going to sing in 2050. I mean,
Yes.
like Malaysia is going to be soon, you know. And we've covered a lot of ground today, you know, on
Yes, on the
our
Cool the Planet.
podcast. Action on climate now.
Remember, every small action counts, whether it's turning off lights, using reusable bags, or advocating for sustainable policies. We can make a difference. By working together and supporting each other, we can create a culture of sustainability and make a significant impact on our environment.
Yeah, I agree with that. Okay, so everyone, not just students, of course, like the elder people or the younger people, do not sit still. You have to take
Yes.
action, save
Your
energy,
voice are
turn
heard.
off the lights when not being used,
Yes.
turn off the everything, the charger of your phone when you are not using it.
Yes.
It make a difference. It might seem
Yes.
small, but if 50 people are doing the same thing, it will make a
Be
difference.
bigger.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Aiman
Thank you,
Atika,
Aiman and Atika.
for joining us
Thank you
today.
again.
Thank you for
It has
inviting
been so
me.
much fun.
Yeah.
It has been so much fun.
I do have fun with you guys. I
Yeah.
mean, it's quite a lot of things that I don't know, and now today I know.
Gain new information and knowledge.
So stay tuned for more inspiring stories.
Thank
and
you to
practical
all
tips.
our listeners too for listening to our
I'm
podcast
sorry.
today.
Yeah.
So until then, keep advocating
Keep pushing.
and keep believing in the power of our collective efforts.
Together,
we can create a world where both people and the planet thrive. I'm
Thank you,
Afiq, your host
everyone.
today.
Bye.
I, Ali Alina.
Bye-bye.
I'm Dana signing off.